Hey there, ladies and gentlemen. I'm chatting with CV Shaving. Thank you very much for joining me for today's head shave. We got a lot to talk about. Before we get into that, let's get into the holidays of the day. Two of the favorite holidays of the day we are talking about here today is National Chocolate Day. If you like chocolate and you're not allergic to it, go for it. Grab a thing of chocolate because that is one of my favorite days. Also National Pizza Pie Day. You can't go wrong with that. Pizza can be customized with just about anything you want, and pretty much everybody likes that I know of. It's also National Toothache Day. I don't know who comes up with this stuff. I don't know who says, hey, happy National Toothache Day. Nothing like having achy teeth, whatever. Anyway, that's that. So let's talk about some of the things we have today. Today's shave, we are using Stolen Heart, one of the latest releases by Blackship Grooming. It's released in time for Valentine's Day. I also have West Coast Shavings Midnight Collection. This beast right here, it's 200 grams, but we'll talk about that razor in a little bit. In that razor, we are using Lattice blade right here. I have pretty good luck with these. Oh, and by the way, of course, we have the matching aftershave with the Stolen Heart by Blackship Grooming. For the brush that we are using, QED's Manchurian Knot Badger. That's right there and that. Anyway, so that's what we're using for our shave of the day. Let's talk about the soap. The soap showed up wrapped up in this plastic bubble wrap, and a couple other things came in the box. Here's standard invoice, and they sent us this card here by Kelly Hogan. Put this thing up, and it's got the standard. Not really sure what this really does. It's more like an advertisement, maybe a business card. And they send you a tattoo, which I probably won't use, and a sticker for a label on a soap that I don't have this soap actually. So I'm not really sure what I would do with this. Maybe, I don't know. And then of course I got some sort of postcard that talks about how they appreciate the business. Again, similar to the business card, but bigger. Okay, so that's that. The scent notes in this soap, Stolen Heart, which also comes in their new keto base, which I've never tried before. It's vegan. I have tried it earlier when I tested the soap, but we'll get into that. It comes in these mini bowls that they do. Mini bowl. And these bowls, in my opinion, are a little small. It's a bit like lathering inside of a thimble. It's not, to me, it's not all that particularly practical. But anyway, so the scent notes in this are redwood, cedarwood, black amber, patchouli, and vanilla. I've got it smashed into my bowl right here. Actually, for a second, let's talk about the inside of this. You take the cover off, and it comes with these. Found those kind of unnecessary, but that's what the soap looks like. It's kind of a brownish, tannish color, and I've been scooping it out. Bowl lathered first out of this. Brush lathered out of this when I first got it, because they talked about how it was easy to lather out of it. But since then I use a guitar pick, Captain America. As I don't use my finger or anything like that, I just found it makes a mess. But especially when they're cream based. It's a very soft soap base. It does lather quite easily. The scent on this is extremely familiar to me. And again, this was their Valentine's Day release. So what I'm comparing this to is Blackship's last Valentine's Day release, which I believe was Black Rose. And I have that one as well. These scents are very, very similar. I say that because of the rose. But only the shave soaps aren't that similar, but the aftershaves are. And it's interesting because the aftershaves for Black Rose are basil, pear, rosemary, pepper, papaya, patchouli, and English rose. So you might say to yourself, well, yeah, they may smell similar, but they're not anything alike. Look at the scent notes. This is one of those times where I can tell you scent notes really don't mean a lot at the end of the day. At the end of the day, it comes down to how it smells. And this particular scent, aftershave, in my opinion, is almost identical as Black Rose. They're both, I understand there isn't any rose listed in the other shave soap, but there is a rose scent to the aftershave. I don't care what the scent notes say. And they're extremely It's extremely forward. Slightly disappointed when I smelled the aftershave, because I thought that it was, I think that it's almost a direct copy, to be honest with you, of last year's scent. And if you're going to make a release specific to a holiday like that, you should make it very separate, very, very distinctly different, kind of go on a whole different angle. And they may have scent note-wise, but at the end result, scent-wise, it's not, the aftershaves are not all that different, which makes a big deal. Is a big deal to me, because although the soap is nice and you want the soap to perform well and smell good, the aftershave is the end party. So there's the lather right there. A little bit, as you can see, it peaks quite well. So let's get this on the head and get going here. I found the lather to be pretty slick. At least on my hands with it. I did a bunch of test lathers with this just to kind of see. Blackship Grooming is one of my favorite companies, which is why I'm being somewhat critical with this, because I usually have nothing to complain about when it comes to them. The bowl design I'm not overly pleased with. I mean, I guess it's not a huge deal because I don't bowl lather. I don't brush lather out of the bowl. I don't load the brush that way. But if I decided to, I think the bowl is too small for that, especially with the brushes nowadays. I mean, if you have something, you know, like this is a 24 millimeter knot, you might be all right with that. But most brushes nowadays just seem to be quite large, and it's not practical for that. So I think that was kind of I know what they were trying to do, which is, I can, you know, tip my hat to that, but I don't really think it was necessary. But I like the other bowls better, personally, the other tubs. So that's that. You know, go ahead and load the blade in this behemoth, just 200 gram West Coast shaving stainless steel matte color. But with the razor, and let's go. Whew, that razor, that's an aggressive razor, which is good because I like aggressive razors. But definitely slick, works quite well. I was pretty happy with their other formula, but I get it. You always need to try to come up with something better than what you have. Some artisans have taken that approach, and it has served them quite well. Cross grain. Dang, that thing is smooth. Performance is fantastic. I really, really like it. The blade the razor just glides right over it. It works really, really well. Just gonna go ahead and do another cross grain. What I also like is the soap doesn't dry out. You see, it's still got that sheen on it. People's soaps just do not. There are a lot of artisans out there I've tried. The soaps just do not seem to maintain a slickness. Well, they maintain a slickness, but they dry easy. So in between passes, you know, unless you're in a bathroom with all kinds of humidity, which I'm not usually, it tends to dry out. And then you can see, like, when it does, it ends up like this. It's kind of like a crusted. No, it's not crusty, but it tends to feel that way, or it looks that way rather. In this case, isn't the case, but that's what I like about it, is these guys, their soap does not dry out, and their last base didn't either, and this one doesn't do that. Man, this razor is just wicked aggressive. Holy crap. Yeah, I definitely need, with this particular razor, I know we have a lot going on with this shave, but this particular razor, you got to have a slick quality soap, and like this one. Let me show you, take it real quick here. Here's the razor. I don't know if you can quite focus on that here, if that makes it any better. but you can see there's not like a ton of blade exposure. They do offer a different, I believe they offer a closed comb in this. This is obviously open comb. Let's go ahead and do one more pass here. I do the against the grain. You just talk about letting the weight of the razor do the cutting for you. This is one of those razors you can literally just let it sit on top of your head, and as long as it's steady, you'll be fine. All right, we're going to get cleaned up here, and yeah, we're going to get cleaned up here, rinse out the brush, get ready for the post-shave, and we'll have some final thoughts on this soap, the razor, everything else. We are back. Thank you very much for joining us again in the post-shave. This brush, all nice and cleaned out. As you can see, it is the QED Manchurian knot. Funny thing is about badgers and synthetics, a lot of people talk about synthetics and how they hold heat longer, this, that, and the other thing. I find these natural hairs are way easier to clean. For some reason, the soap rinses out of these things a lot more easily than it does a synthetic. Post-shave, witch hazel. There's witch hazel in the Jack Daniels bottle. We get the cucumber scent going on here. Not a bad scent, as I always tell everybody, and I think I mention this in every shave that I do. Doesn't really matter. I mean, other than the initial, I don't like the peach scent. Peach scent to me sucks. Again, we used the razor here, this 200-gram behemoth. I love heavy, aggressive razors. This is borderline too heavy, but I do like it. It very, very aggressive, works well. I'm happy with it. I like the way it looks. It's pretty badass looking there, so... that's that. It's a stainless steel razor. It's got the matte, well, it's stainless steel anyway, so it's going to look kind of mattish, but it's black. Anyway, there's really not much else to say about it. Open comb. So that's that. The aftershave with Stolen Heart right there. Shake that up. Right off the bat, this smells almost identical. Actually, it does smell identical to this. These two, to me, are the same scent-wise, but so if you have this, it's pretty much the same as this. Now, the dry down doesn't necessarily always quite match the soap. And in this scent, it does match the soap. However, it matches this soap. It does not match this soap. So there's two ways to look at this soap here. There's to look at it from the consumer's point of view. It's a great soap. It performs awesome. The scent is really, really nice. I do like it. It's fairly strong. It lasts all day, given that it's just an aftershave and not a perfume or a cologne. And so I would recommend this. However, I would also recommend this. And both of which are available. I like this tub better. As far as the base is concerned, yeah, this base works quite well. I have no complaints there, but so does the other one. So I guess what I would say is if you're looking to try this and for some reason it's out of stock, just pick this up. It's virtually the same thing. From a hobbyist point of view, I'm a little disappointed. You know, if you're looking to try something and you're a fan of this company, which I am, and you like their stuff, one of the things you kind of expect is, you know, when they come out with a new holiday scented soap or splash or whatever, you kind of like, I'm gonna try this one out. I like their last one. Let's see what they did here. And you get it and you're kind of like, all right, this is pretty much in the same wheelhouse. If not, it's identical to the last one. So the aftershave, I mean, like I said, the soap is a little bit different. The aftershave is pretty much the same. So that is that. That is my review of this Blackship Grooming Stolen Heart. Right there. And their bowl. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you have any questions or comments, please put them in the questions comment section below. And if you have actually any questions about any of my videos, feel free to send me an email or send me a direct message. I am around in some of the groups as well, so feel free to give me a shout. We'll chat about it. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining me. I'm Chad from CD Shaving, and we'll see you guys and girls in the next video.